Hey folks, AWR Hawkins, Breitbart News. I want to talk to you today about how you carry your personal defense handgun. A round in the chamber or no round in the chamber. All right, and I want to do this ultimately because I want to talk to you about time. When an attacker strikes, he has time on his side, or he believes he does. An attacker strikes, his greatest strength is the element of surprise. I've been writing on guns at Breitbart for 12 years, and through those 12 years, I've seen that confirmed again and again and again. It's not the type of weapon that the attacker uses, it's the element of surprise and the resulting time from that element of surprise. So if I want to preserve my life, if you want to preserve your life, if you want to preserve your dignity, you have to be able to cut into that time. And that's why I talk to you today. How do you carry your self-defense handgun? Again, over those 12 years as I've been writing, people have come up to me at conferences and they'll tell me about the personal defense handgun they use, how they love it, and how they keep around in the chamber so they're ready to go. I've had other people will come up and tell me about their personal defense handgun, how they love it, how they carry it every day, but they don't keep around in the chamber. And when they say that, I always think, well, this person has calculated how much time it's going to take to draw that gun, rack that slide, and then go. It's going to take a little time compared to somebody who's completely ready, okay? But I figure, you know what, they've thought about that and they've accepted it, or they haven't thought about it at all. Now, there's also a third group of people, and I mean, this is a group. It hasn't just been one person or two people tell me this. I don't know how many people have told me through the years. They keep a personal defense handgun either with or near them, but it doesn't have a magazine in it. The magazine is in the door of their truck or the console of their truck or the door of their car or the console of their car. And I always think, well, that person has calculated how much time it's going to take when under duress to find that magazine, get it up, get it seated, rack the pistol, be ready to go. They've thought about that and they've accepted it, or they haven't thought at all. Now I want you to think about this. I'm carrying a SIG 365 X Macro on my hip. It's not loaded, no magazine. Magazine's in that truck. Now let's pretend an attacker comes at me right here. Now you may say, well, that didn't take as long as I thought it was going to take. Well, you may say that, but for me that was a long time. Because I'm running toward that truck. My back is now to that attacker. He doesn't have to have a gun. As I say, it's not the type of element. It's not the type of weapon, I mean. It's the element of surprise. So while my back was to him, if he had a knife, I'm a goner. I am a goner. I may have still been able to seat my magazine, but I doubt I would have been able to function much past that if he were just stabbing at me with that knife. All right? So to me, that took a long time. All right? Let's run a different scenario. Now I have the SIG on my side, magazine in it, but no round in the chamber, all right? Attacker comes. It's a lot faster. It's a lot faster than having to go to your truck and get it, okay? So, you know, if I'm looking at those two scenarios, I tell you which one I liked better. Which one took less time. It cut into his element of surprise, all right? But then there's the third one, which is by far the most common. People come up and tell me they keep the round in the chamber and they're ready to go. So let's run that scenario. Now pretend an attacker's coming at me from right there. That's it. That was quick. I don't mean I'm quick. What I mean is compared to the other two scenarios, that third scenario is quick. It cuts the time out. And that time is what you need and what I need to undercut that attacker. Now let me stress, you have got to train. You have to know where that bullet's going when you point that gun and you pull that trigger. You have to. You have to do range time. You have to do these things. If you're going to use a gun for self-defense, you have to know where your bullet will go. But all that being said, once you've done the range time, you have to think about it. Time. When that attacker strikes, he's not going to give you a warning. He's not going to blow a whistle and say, in 15 seconds, I'm coming at you. It's not going to happen. He's going to come out of the dark. He's going to come out of your periphery. He's going to come out of somewhere where you weren't even ready. He's going to be right in front of you, and he's going to spin around with a gun or knife in his hand. When he does that, you have to be able to cut into his time and take control of that situation.